So let's now talk about growing teams. What's some of the stuff that you can take from the book, from the conversations that we've had around self-leadership and that? How would you grow teams?
So to use the mindset model to grow teams, if you think about it, each individual has a mindset, but if you add up all of their mindsets and you look at the collective, then the team is going to have a team mindset. All right, which is like the average of all of the individuals combined. And an organization will have like an organizational mindset, which would be the addition of everyone in the organization invited. So the reason that that's important is because all the lessons you can learn as an individual going through the stages, you can also learn as a team. So if you've got a team and they're in the sufferer mindset, you've got a long way to go before they are functioning as a team.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's super useful.
What's some of the things you could do if knowing that there's passengers, right? Knowing that most organizations have these passengers. What's a couple of things that you could implement within the business to start moving the people away from passenger mindset?
One of the best things to shift away from passenger, because you're moving from passenger mindset into a driver mindset. So where you want to get people is in a feeling that they have control over their life. So you can work with them and help them to come up with their own vision statements. That's a really, really positive way to help people shift from passenger into driver. So they come up with their own vision statements and their why and their purpose, and that then precipitates a whole other series of personal growth that they want to go on because they're now clear about why they're here on the planet. Because I think one of the biggest issues is that people are unclear about why they're on the planet. They think that they're an accident, you know, or that they think that they don't matter and other people matter. And it's just fundamentally untrue. Like our planet would not be the same if you weren't on it, or if I weren't on it, or if someone else was not on it. So yeah, that's my answer to that one.
Yeah, beautiful. And I think sometimes I've heard business owners be like, oh, well, why do I want to help them create a vision for their life, or that, you know, learn to do another language that doesn't serve the business? And what would you say to someone like that?
If they think it doesn't serve the business, they fundamentally don't understand how humans work.
Yeah.
And they need to go back to school.
Yeah, need to check their ego all the time. Because yeah, like you said, the whole thing, I say that happiness is the greatest hack to productivity and profitability. So any way that you can make your employees or anyone around you more happy, the more productive and profitable.
So I would just slightly tweak that, and I would say any way that you can work with someone to help them make themselves more happy, which is the distinction.
Yes.
Right? Then that's where you want to be. It is not your responsibility to make someone happy. Even if you're the employer, it's not your responsibility to make someone happy.
Yep.
It is, however, your responsibility to enhance their life and ask them interesting questions so they choose to make themselves happy.
Love that. I love that. And like, even I really believe that as business owners, the fate of humanity rests on our shoulders, and it's our duty to be the ripple effect of happiness and to provide places where people are invigorated to come to work and that, you know, they love coming to work. They don't wake up each day dreading going to work, or even just like, I just don't think it's okay for us to foster cultures where people are passengers, because that doesn't allow us to radiate or be a better ripple effect on humanity.
And I mean, there's one thing is the effect on humanity. And of course, it goes without saying that that's the most important thing.
Well, really think about that. If you went, I've got a company that's got 10 employees and 8 of them are passengers and disengaged, so they're kind of doing the bare ass minimum. Imagine that you got 4 of those to move to driver, where they just even increase their productivity 50%, what that would do to your business.
Exactly. And how much as a business owner would you be prepared to pay to get that result?
Yeah. Like, really think about that. Imagine 50% of your staff were 50% more profitable, whether that's through efficiencies or selling, depending on what their duties are. Even your outsourced team, your executive, your virtual assistants, your freelancers that you've got in, imagine that you got 50% more productivity out of them.
Yeah, and you could easily get those results. That's the work I see every day being done.
Yeah.
But people don't get it.
No, they just don't get it. If you were going to give 3 tips to a business owner, either leading their own team or leading even a virtual team, like they might have a couple of virtual assistants or freelancers, because I still see them as team and part of the culture, what would you tell them to do?
My 3 tips. My first tip is you are your own worst enemy and your own best friend. So in other words, you are the problem and you are the solution. So that's the first tip. The second tip I would say is self-leadership is king. So focus everything that you're doing in and around self-leadership in some way. And the third tip, I'll just, based off what you just said, changing mindset makes you money.
Oh, I like that one. We're going to make that one the quote for the podcast, I reckon. Changing mindset makes you money. Like, even if you're a solopreneur, right? Even if you're an employee, like if you're an employee, you change your mindset, you're most likely to get promoted or get rewarded.
That's right. It'll make you more money, as well as the company more money.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that one's going to be my winner one.